Hey there, in this video, I'll be showing off the Jack build that I promised. The focus of this build is going to be on the Digijacks because I feel like the Digijacks are really slept on. I was looking at videos for Jack builds and they were kind of all the same. Like, they were always like, get a quad, get a CEO of all CEOs, go to town on everybody with absolute advantage. And that's fine. It's a fun way to play the game, I won't lie, but variety is the spice of life. You gotta keep it fresh, or it's gonna get stagnant. Because this is a Digijack build, the gear is really not that important. I'm using a green Hyperion shotgun to show you how much the gear is important. Um, but if there's something you think would fit, go right ahead, be my guest. If there's one thing I would recommend to get, it's a VIP class mod because you get the buffs to take their freedom and bolster, which are both very nice skills to have. But yeah, you can use pretty much whatever. Use whatever you think is fun, whatever your heart desires, yada yada yada. Because the gear is not the focus. The focus is going to be on the skills. So we'll go green tree, blue tree, red tree. Best foot forward. Yeah, you want your Digijacks alive as long as possible. This will help make sure they stay alive longer. Bolster. It's a nice health buff to you and your Digijacks. It's a nice damage buff. It's just good skill all around. Plus, you get that buff from your class mod. Yeah. Take their freedom. Yeah, it's a 27% health recovery when you kill an enemy. That's a quarter of your health bar every time you kill an enemy. It's not going to be a quarter if you don't have the class mod, but since I do have the class mod, you're going to get a quarter of your health back every time you kill an enemy, which is just crazy. Take, sorry, you have my shield. Yeah, I'm taking this mainly to just move down the skill tree because the alternatives are not that great. I don't like just compensation that much. I don't like Jet's Cash. I don't like On My Mark. But that's mainly because I don't like using grenades. Like I said in the Claptrap video, they're not the way that I play the game. If you get more out of using grenades, go right ahead. You can ignore you have my shield, or you can put your points wherever. This is just how I personally would do it. So yeah, Jack is the grenade character, which is a little unfortunate because I don't like using grenades. But I make it work. I make it work. Inspire, no. Hero pose. Hero pose is alright. It's not terrible, but I would much rather take Lean on Me for the fire rate buff, and the corrosive shot isn't really that amazing, but whatever. It's something else your Digijats can do. Persistence and Resolute, same thing. I'm not really crazy about them. If you'd rather take them over something else, go right ahead. Promote the ranks. Yeah, the badass Digijacks are really strong. You're gonna want to have them. Yeah. Despite this being the Digijack tree, I don't think it's that good of a skill tree. It's all right, but most of the skills are subpar in my opinion. They're just not that good. Blue tree. This one's all about buffing yourself at the expense of your others, the way Handsome Jack does it. Collaborate. Yeah, it's a nice damage buff for you and your Digijacks. Might as well take it. Integrity. I like integrity, but yeah, I don't think it's entirely necessary for this build. If you think it is, go right ahead. Synergy. It's a nice buff. Might as well have it. Diversify. It's a nice buff for your Digijacks. Increases their damage output. Just good skill all around. Teamwork. You don't need teamwork because two reasons. One, your Digijacks are not going to be dying fast enough to justify it. And also, you don't need health regeneration because you have 11 out of 5 on Take Their Freedom. You're going to get a quarter of your health back every time you kill an enemy. So that would just be wasted points, honestly. Commitment. I want to like commitment. I just can't. It is not that good of a skill. Um, the stats do not last long enough, whether it be from a friend in Fight for Your Life or a Digijet dying. They just don't last long enough to be worth it. I don't like it. I want to like it, but I just can't. Accountability is we will take accountability. Your Digijacks are always going to be taking damage, so you might as well profit off of it. Winning, it's all right. I'm just using it to move down the tree because the other option's optimism, and you don't want optimism because you don't want your Digijacks to have increasingly less and less health. Believe, yeah, believe's a good skill. I liked it. Potential, yeah, just so you can use Digijacks and fight for your life. Delegation, you don't want your Digijacks taking damage, so no. Leadership, leadership is Jack's most important skill because it's free kill skills, and Jack's a man that's all about his kill skills. Like when you're out starting out in a fight, you are going to be weak because you don't have your kill skills. But once you get that ball rolling, you're not going to stop rolling until the fight's over. So yeah, that's the blue tree. Moving on to the red tree. The red tree is all about swapping between weapons, which I'm not really personally a fan of because I'm stubborn. But we will make do. Put 5 in high frequency trading for the swap speed buff. Put 5 in incentives to move down the tree because the alternatives are not that good. Money is power. Yeah, it's not a crazy buff, but it's just nice to have, I guess. Company man, no. I mean, if you're doing like a Hyperion Allegiance build, sure, but that's like the only situation I could see taking this skill because it's too niche for my opinion. Merger, no, this skill is bad. Taxation of trade routes, yeah. Move down the tree, it's a nice fire rate buff, all that jazz. Supply and demand, same reason for why we don't take teamwork because you have take their freedom and you get a quarter of your health back every time you kill an enemy. Same old song and dance. Laser surplus, no, this skill is bad. I don't like it. This skill killed my dad. Um, I don't, I'm not, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with this. I've recorded this like 4 times now. I'm just kind of trying to get this done with. Absolute advantage. Absolute advantage is probably Jack's most infamous skill. I think everybody and their mom has seen that Admiral Baru video where he's at the wrestler's quad and he just goes to town on everybody. And it's fun to play that way, but like I said, you gotta spice it up. You gotta switch things up. You can't just do the same old song and dance for your whole life. That's boring. You don't want to be boring, do you? Sponsored by, it's free buffs. You might as well. Some buffs are better than others. Like, who cares about recoil reduction? Who cares about, like, accuracy? Whatever. So, yeah, that's the Jack build. Sorry that I sped up a little at the end there. I've recorded this like 4 times now because something was wrong in every iteration, and I just really want to get this done with. Jack is a fun character. I personally really enjoy him. I think I like Claptrap slightly more though, just because of like the randomness of him. Jack's still fun though. I would say Jack is probably like the second strongest character in the game behind Nisha. Nisha is outrageous, but we'll get to her one day. I'll probably either do Wilhelm or Aurelia next. Probably Aurelia because I've actually really grown on Aurelia. She has surprised me. She's actually super fun to play, in my opinion. So I'll get to that in due time. Sorry this took a while to upload. Getting to max level in this game is super boring and takes a long time. There's no like fast way to do it. There are faster ways, but the way I do it is I play the first mission over and over and over, and that takes like probably 4 to 5 hours straight of doing that, and it's really boring, and I just don't like doing it. I did it with Jack, I did it with Claptrap, I'm probably gonna do it with other characters, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it for a while there, but I powered through, and here we are. So, yeah, I'll show some gameplay after this, but thank you for watching. Yada yada yada. Good night.
appreciated.
Grab me a snack.
I'll give you something to do that.
Just got
One down,
25%
one out. Your sacrifice is appreciated. One down,